Introduction. A company is an economic agent in charge of employing factors of production through which it will obtain goods or service that will be available for the market. The company acts as an instrument capable of process and put products in the hands of the consumers. The market has a variety of sectors with specific needs, with a diversity of factors such as raw material, labor, capital, among others. In this way, they have specific characteristics that differentiate them from others, such as the size of the company. Thesis. Based on the information collected, I can determine that there are a variety of companies in the market that reach different sectors of the population. These can be classified based on some criteria. The size of the company is one of them. The fact that companies are a universal instrument makes it a great possibility that in each country the values change to segment company based on their magnitude with specific terms such as a micro, small, medium, and large companies. SI body. Companies are economic institutions. They offer products and services in the market in exchange for economic remuneration. The great diversity of companies allows classified by different factors. Some classifications are the productive sector, the type of the economic activity, the form of the society, and even according to size. Based on size considers elements such as the number of employees and the value sales for 1 year. So, there are 4 categories for the size of the company, being micro company, small company, medium business, and large business. In Mexico, the Secretary of the Economy, together with the Secretary of Finance and Public Credit, established parameters to classify micro and small and medium-sized enterprise, MIPYMES. In the official Gazette of the Federation, specifically said, takes into account the number of jobs generated and established as a determinate the level of annual sales, Moreno T. 2009. Complementing the above, the result of multiplying the number of workers by 10% and adding the amount of annual sales multiplied by 90% will be known as maximum combined cap. When analyzing the micro companies, 2 sectors are considered. First, the commerce. It allows to have from 11 to 30 employees and annual sales from 4.01 to 100 million of pesos. This produces a combined maximum cap of 93. In the second category, which includes the rest of the sectors, no more than 10 employees and a limit of 4 million of pesos are considered, which generate a combined maximum cap of 4.6. Small companies are different because 2 categories of sectors are considered. The first, industry and service, includes 11 to 30 employees and 4.01 up to 100 million of pesos, reflecting a combined maximum cap of 95. The second category, considered the commerce sector, allows from 31 to 100 employees, registering annual sales from 100.01 to 250 MDP and a combined maximum cap of 235. If these amounts are exceeded, then medium-sized business item is reached. 2 main classes of sector are distinguished. First, the service, with a limit of 51 to 100 employees working. Second case, the industrial sector. It takes from 51 employees to 250, with an annual sales record from 100.01 to a maximum of 250 MDP and a combined maximum cap of 250. In the south of the continent, specifically in Chile, there is another element that helps in part to classify companies by size. Sebastiano Milesi, a consultant in the public market, shares that the category of micro company is reserved for those where the owners work in it. Not the 4 employers are excellent and the 2,400 UF aren't excellent, when at the time of its note in 2007, the promotion unit is equivalent to 44,004.48 pesos. For North America, the Small Business Administration (SMA) distinguishes them by ownership structure, number of employees, sales, and industry class, while in the European Union there are a more detailed data. Micro companies don't exceed 10 employees, small companies have less than 50 employees, and medium-sized companies have a limit of 250 employees. Conclusions. Companies are economic entities that deliver a good or service to society in exchange from economic remuneration. Obviously, they are distributed throughout the world, many sectors and ways of managing companies. However, there are many ways to classify them. Size or magnitude is one of these, and they usually differ as a micro, small, medium, and large companies. The parameters to take into account in the classification of companies based on size change in each country, so each region will use different criteria, but in the most of these, the main difference is observed by the number of employees and the amount of sales recorded annually. This confirms the thesis on the variety of criteria in the classification of companies and that the parameters for their classification based on size are different and unique for each country.